Oh my fucking God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have entered hell in NXT. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm not even gonna waste any time. I'm not gonna waste any time. NXT Heatwave was pretty much what we had expected. I said that Toronto was gonna get red hot with Heatwave, and damn it, it became just that. And we're going to kick things off with the countdown show as JC Jane and Jasmine Nix went up against Toronto's own Carmen Petrovich and, of course, none other than Ariana Grace. Obviously, both got... Oh my God. There are no words to describe what that match was about. There was no telling where that match was gonna go. Obviously, yeah, it was back and forth. But to be fair, usually when it comes to the countdown show, usually they're not as impactful as people may think. But this one actually was kind of impactful, just a little bit. but obviously next and had attempted to roll up Carmen Petrovich, but obviously Ariana Grace ripped the hair of Jasmine Nix, which allowed Carmen to roll up Jasmine to pick up the victory with Ariana Grace on the countdown show. Not gonna lie, I think I feel like it's if both Grace and Carmen do have the potential to be a really good tag team, but it depends on Ariana Grace, because she is pretty much hell-bent on being this beauty queen or something like that. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know. This beauty queen pageant or what the fuck. But this one, 3 stars. I'm gonna be a bit optimistic. This was, in my opinion, a 3-star match. I think the only other way the match could have ended is if Ariana Grace did not pull the hair of Jasmine Nix, and both Jasmine and JC would have won. But it is what it is. But now we move into the main card, and oh my God, I don't have the words for it. I don't have the words for the main card. Obafemi, Wesley, North American title. This was an instant classic. I've said it before, I will say it again. Anytime the North American title gets defended, you know damn well it will be an instant classic. And tonight was no different. This was Wesley's one and only shot to try to regain the North American title, a title that he brought prestige back into, ironically enough, because you look at the previous champions before Wesley. You had guys like Johnny Gargano, guys like Carmelo Hayes, guys like Roderick Strong, guys like Damian Priest, guys like Ricochet, Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Roddy I mentioned, guys like what's that one guy's name? Leon Ruff. Guys like Leon Ruff. Just to name a few. And even guys like Keith Lee. They were the ones, yeah, sure, they might have started up the prestige, if you will. But when you really get down to it, Wes Lee took that North American title to heights never thought possible. And yeah, sure. Sure, we'll admit it, yeah, Dominic Mysterio may have won the title, yeah, sure. Trick may have won the title, and as did Dragon Lee. But no offense to those guys, no one, not one of those three guys brought the prestige up quite like Wes Lee did. And this was Lee's one and only chance. And he came this close. After hitting 2 cardiac kicks, it still wasn't enough. They literally put each other through hell in this matchup. But of course, at the end, Obafemi hit Wes Lee with the powerbomb to retain the North American title. And of course, we are going to hear from Wes Lee this coming Tuesday on NXT to see what is next for the Cardiac Kid, as Vic Joseph likes to call him. There's really no telling what will be next for him. It's kind of hard to say, but this easy 5 stars. Easy 5 stars. I really don't think there was any other conceivable way that the match could have ended. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Wes Lee could have attempted to go for another cardiac kick, as it's being called, but it would have been countered by Obafemi over and over again, no matter how many times he tries, and Obafemi still would have won. So I think now at this point we have to accept the fact that Obafemi is going to break Wes Lee's record. In fact, I believe, if my memory serves correct, let's see. In fact, yeah, 269 days he was champion, which I believe that broke, that actually broke, I believe, Velveteen Dream's reign as champion. Funny enough. And what's interesting is that the only person that has held the title the least amount of days, if you can believe it, is actually Trick Williams. Only 3 days, which was a bit sad, but it is what it is. And I think we might have to acknowledge the fact that he could end up becoming the longest reigning champion ever, just out of one championship reign, which is crazy. But speaking of the North American title, we move from the men's title to the women's title, as Kalani Jordan defended the title against her best friend, Sol Ruka. And just like the men's title, this one was another instant classic, as literally athleticism, strength, high-flying abilities were all implemented in this matchup. So many near falls, absolutely incredible. And there were some pretty close calls. Sol even also attempted a Soul Snatcher, which backfired. 450 splashes were implemented in the match. I'm not gonna say much, except the fact that except the ending, which we saw Kalani Jordan defeat Sol Ruka with the split leg moonsault that she calls one of a kind to retain the women's North American title. Obviously sportsmanship, nice little handshake and an embrace from both women, which now begs the question, what's next for Sol Ruka, and who will be next for Kalani Jordan? 4 stars easy. This was an absolute instant classic. Obviously, Sol, could have won if she had applied the Soul Snatcher a bit faster, then maybe she would have won the title. But I think we're now at the point where Kalani's reign is still pretty young, so there's still a long way to go for her to become a great champion. So, but props to Kalani Jordan. And we move from that to the NXT tag team titles, which we did not think. We heard earlier on the Countdown show that Nathan Frazer didn't even show up, but we found out the reason why is because he got bombarded by fans. And so he and Axiom defended the tag titles against Chase Hughes, Andre Chase, and of course Duke Hudson. Not gonna lie, I did not think that it was gonna go the way it did. so many near falls, so many high flying moves, super kicks all around, and it was nasty. It was a nasty one, but funny thing is that we were expecting Rich Holland to show up, but unfortunately, but crazy enough, if you can believe it, he made good on his word and said he wasn't gonna show up, and he made good on his word. but obviously in the end, absolutely incredible, crazy matchup. But the closing moments, we saw Axiom hit Andre Chase with the golden ratio to retain the tag team titles with Nathan Frazer. Obviously, Chase U came this close and from becoming tag team champions again. But the question now becomes, what's next for Chase U? And after the little miscommunication that we saw from the tag team champions earlier on in the match, what's next for them? Honestly, I think the rivalry between them and the Good Brothers is far from done, so we might see that take place. We could see them versus Gallus, which would be interesting. Only time will tell. This is easy 4 stars, absolutely, hands down. I feel like if Chase U was quicker, then maybe they could have won. But I think it just depends on how they would have executed the match. But with that being said, we move into the NXT women's title between Roxanne Perez and, of course, Lola Vice. And honestly, this was Vice's big chance to show the world what she is capable of in a one-on-one match. And I think she proved that. I think in spite of the loss, she proved that she deserves to be in NXT. But this was back and forth, just like all the other matches on the card. But what made all the difference was Lola Vice attempting a back fist, or perhaps a or potential knife edge chop to Roxanne Perez, and she hit the ring post hard, damn near shattering her wrist, her hand, her elbow, her forearm, and everything. And think about this. Think about this. Even with that hand being damn near destroyed, she came close to winning the NXT Women's title. But obviously the inexperience came into play as Roxanne's foot got on the rope, stopping the count, and it took not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 pop rocks, one on to the announce table for Roxanne Perez to retain the NXT Women's title. 4 stars easy. What could have happened if the hand wasn't broken? Obviously, a 305 to the face of Roxanne Perez. We would have crowned a brand new NXT Women's Champion. And I do believe that Lola Vice could have had that match, but obviously it was the back fist backfiring that made all the difference. But props to Lola Vice, hell of a fight, but there is always other opportunities. But, oh my god. Guys, the main event. Fatal 4-Way, the NXT title, Trick Williams, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Shawn Spears. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit I'm a bit conflicted with this one. First off, instant classic. Bodies being thrown everywhere. Table got broke. 5 stars easy. Just gonna throw that out there. But here's what I don't get. I get the fact that Javon Evans won a battle royal to earn the chance to fight Trick Williams for the NXT title. I get that Shawn Spears pins the NXT champion, but I don't get Ethan Page, why he got injected into the match. I mean, yeah, sure, he might have pinned Javon Evans, but that really didn't mean that he deserved another opportunity at the title. But this was back and forth. We saw a lot of things take place. We saw Shawn Spears utilize the steel chair. We saw Trick Williams push Javon Evans onto the announce table. There was bodies thrown everywhere. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the end result of the match is going to shock you to your very core. The closing moments of the match, we saw Ethan Page hit an Ego's Edge onto Javon Evans. We saw him getting hit with a trick shot by Trick Williams. That forced Ethan Page to fall on Javon Evans. And Shawn Spears, oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Ethan Page pinned Javon Evans, and Shawn Spears prevented Trick from stopping the count. And now Ethan Page is the NXT champion. I'm not gonna lie. I said it before, I am conflicted. Trick Williams is conflicted. And I can guarantee you that with the Great American Bash coming up in a few weeks, after SummerSlam, I can guarantee you Trick Williams is going to get his rematch, potentially at the Bash. I don't even know what to say. I said it before. Welcome to hell. We are in hell with Ethan Page, All Ego Ethan Page, as NXT champion. I don't have the words for it, except, oh my fucking god. I don't know. I think it's gonna give all of us as NXT fans a few days to try and let it sink in and figure out what will be next for Trick Williams. But with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more PLE predictions and results in the foreseeable future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It'll also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.